Okay, hi guys. It is actually really warm right here. And I was just playing with the dogs. And I just made myself a little drink. I think there's like half a shot of tequila in here. And otherwise it is ice, mostly ice. A little bit of mucho mango, Arizona iced tea, what? And a dash of orange juice. Just a tequila sunset. Anyway, hi, welcome back to my channel. I am going to do a little unboxing today. So one of my viewers and friend and clients got this deck for me today, and all I've done is open the top here and tried to get it out, but it's like, ooh, am I ready for this deck? Doesn't quite want to let me take it out. It's like stuck. And the box is really beautiful. Although I think this deck I was gonna put in a bag anyways. I think it's kind of weird to like not be able to get a deck out. I've never experienced that before. And it is. It's stuck. It really is. It's glued in there. Okay. Why? I have never, ever experienced that with a deck before. But, cool. Anyway, so the deck is now open. It is the Tarot Art Nuveau, and it is Lo Scarabeo Torino, so made in Italy. Spirit, grace, and beauty, soft and elegant lines become a means for interpreting the future. I mean, yeah, interpreting the future is one way of looking at it, but even just getting advice in the moment, you know, about the present moment, or even about the past too. Like sometimes these readings, yes, they can be predictive, meaning not that it's like going to happen regardless because we have free will, but predictive as though like sometimes the messages don't make sense because it is in a future timeline and you have yet to go through that. So sometimes the readings there are elements of this could happen in the future, but predictive does not mean it's a prediction that it will. It means it's a potentiality, okay? So I just wanted to kind of clarify that anyway for some of you guys. Yeah, it's a really beautiful deck, and I've not really seen it before or worked with it. Yeah, so it's very, very different. It's very different from the traditional tarot, and I like that. I wanted to get some different symbolism, and I was actually going to go with a different deck that I was checking out, and then I saw this one, and I pulled some cards from the sample deck, and it was just so potent and powerful. I felt really connected. I was like, okay, I'm definitely going to get the other deck another day, but I put the other deck down, and I got this one instead. So this is an unboxing, so we're gonna actually just look through some of this together. I mean, are we? Well, sure, yeah, why not? Like, let's show off this deck. Tarot Art Nouveau. Yeah, it's just like, it's very beautiful. Ah, that is the Strength card. Wow. It's just so cool. And it's really, I love it when cards have the names of the cards in multiple languages all over. And it's so great. I love that. We have English, Spanish, German, Italian, and French, and probably like a Danish or Swedish. They're really similar. And it's a little bit like the art of sexual, or the tarot of sexual magic, but it's not as sexual. But it's a very seductive deck. The colors, the art, the images. So, okay, here we go. Oh, it's so hot right here. I'm sitting in my room for the week in this beautiful house. These great dogs that I'm watching. Day one, they were already bonding with me. That's really cool. I like it. So we have the Fool. The first thing I really noticed was the wheel around him, and it looks like it's 9 pentacles around him. Hi, Annie. How you doing? Oh, watch out. Be nice to my cards. Out, Annie. Out, 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 out. Sit, sit. Annie, sit. Good girl. Stay. Stay. Good girl. 9. Yeah, 9, which is like a completion. Okay, this might not work right now. You know I'm the Queen of Wands. I just have the animal connections. Hey, 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 be nice to my cards, please. Thank you. Thank you. Let me put these away then. Yes, thank you. Let me put these away. Excuse me. Oh, honey bunch. Yeah, I love you. You're a sweet girl. Yeah, you think we're gonna play right now. You wanna play some more. So you had a little, hey, that's got tequila in it. And now it has your slobber in it. Come on, girlfriend. That's not for you. That's not for you, baby girl. That's not for you, baby girl. We're not doing this unboxing video, but I'm still gonna post this because it's just too good, right? So anyway, the other thing though I will say about the Fool, and it's perfect that we're talking about the Fool because it's new beginnings, and fresh start, and that's literally what's happening right now in my life. And this is my first day with these honeys. She thinks we're playing a game. Oh, she wants this. Didn't you want this? Or do you think I have a ball? Do you think I have that ball? I put it down. We were just playing fetch. I think I mentioned that. Yeah, that I did, and I wasn't lying. We stopped. I said, okay, I'm gonna go upstairs for a few minutes. And you're already ready? You're already ready again to play more? You ready to play more? Thank you. You sweet girl. The other thing that I noticed in this Fool card in this new deck is that the animal that is following him and nipping at his heels and actually literally like is actually biting his heel is a green snake. And snakes are also transformation. I'm having a lot of transformation, a lot of rebirth cards, and a lot of emphasis towards spending time healing right now. And what's happening is that there's a lot happening behind the scenes that you can't see, but you might feel intuitively. And the wheel is turning. So this snake, it's like there is this element of like shedding an old skin and starting again fresh. It's green. Green's the heart chakra. It's like following your heart in this new beginning, especially. Not being afraid of being hurt or bitten. This is so weird. Your blood is in my face. You don't want to keep walking? I thought you were going to keep going. Okay, thank you. Earlier, yeah, lots. So is this a reading now? Kind of. Cool. I'm completely sober. This is all that I've had. Lots of healing. So I did do a reading for the collective, but it did feel very connected to me and what's going on for me right now. But I'm going to share just a little bit of this because now I'm channeling. So the recovery time from healing from old XYZ, whatever that might be. So there's a huge ending that just happened, and the wheel is turning, and we are moving forward, and there's a sense of moving forward with a sense of closure in the past. Like there has been a period of time recently where there's been either feeling of left out in the cold or like really turning inward and really focusing on looking at things again. We just, hey, honey, what's going on? We just moved through Venus retrograde, and Venus is direct again, but it's going through the pathway that it went forward. Let's see, so it went backwards for about 6 weeks, and so it passed over the path that it had been going over for 6 weeks prior. So where it's at right now and moving forward is kind of basically where it was at about 12 weeks ago? Venus, 12 weeks ago. So 3 months ago. So think about like whatever's been going on over the past 3 months, and think about what was going on middle to end of March. And I really was channeling. How did I even get that information? It literally just left me. Think about the Venus. So think about what was going on in March. And everything that's kind of progressed, like the 6 weeks after the end of March, so maybe towards like the middle of May. Hey, honey, what are you barking at? Are you barking at my apple? Oh my God, that is what she's barking at. I have an apple on the floor over here, and she wants to play with it because she's telling me that it will do as a ball. Hey. This is what you want. This is what she wants. This is my apple, baby girl. You want to go play some more? We can go play. Here, let me wrap this up. So there is healing happening, and it's moving you towards love. There's this feeling right now that like things have stopped. Or you're in this like standstill. Not that it's that you're stuck, but it's this fresh energy, this new beginning. And if you've been feeling that or going through that in any aspect of your life, when it comes to healing, especially around love, think about what was going on over the past 12 weeks and how you want to adjust that. Because now everything's moving forward again. And so now there's a great opportunity to take the things that you've been rethinking, especially around love, beauty, value, how you show appreciation, where you spend your value. So is it that you spend money on things because money holds value, or do you spend time on things because time holds value? Not like one's better than the other, but it's just how do you appreciate, how do you show appreciation, how do you look at beauty, how do you look at love? All of that is Venus. And so there's this brand new beginning, and this like knowing that even though you don't know exactly what is going to happen, you can't see it, but you can feel it. And there's an excitement. There's an electricity in the air right now. Major endings and major beginnings. So let's just see, because now this turned into a reading and she's so patiently sitting. You're such a good girl. So let's just see where I open to in this new deck, and that will be our advice from the Nuveau Tarot. And we got 4 of Cups. Exactly. So we want to be considering right now in what ways we've been dissatisfied. In what ways we've had options, but none of them fully are like the thing that we want. Or the universe is actually trying to give you literally what you want and you're not noticing it right now, or you're not listening, or you are avoiding it out of fear, or like maybe you don't think that you're worthy of receiving it, even though it's something you've been manifesting for however long you've been manifesting it, probably a long time. And when the moment of truth comes, it can be really scary. And so with the 4 of Cups, it is this, she's sitting, she's looking up, she's in this contemplative state, which is really nice compared to the traditional deck. My phone's a little precarious, so don't knock it over. And we'll go down. I'll show you. So look at her, how beautiful she is. She's actually smoking. And she's just kind of like, I just need to like take a little break here. Take a breather. This can also, I'm getting a message right now to consider in which ways you've been disillusioning yourself or clouding yourself, or not allowing yourself to see what you actually want and not even realize that you already are holding it. She's surrounded by flowers. There are like flowers all around and she's like looking at them and she has no care, it seems, that she's holding the most beautiful bouquet of them all. She's looking at all of these options. She's considering what she wants, but she's not paying attention to what she's holding in her hand that is already beautiful and like fully grown and harvested. It's just ready to be appreciated. And instead of looking at that deck, instead of looking at her hands with the flowers in it, she's like looking up through this cloud of smoke at illusions or disillusions or dissatisfaction. It's not even that she's dissatisfied, she's like taking for granted what she has. So that's what this is about. It's looking back on the past in ways that you were not satisfied, especially around love, especially around how you've been hurt. And to move forward, it's really all about not being afraid to be bit by love, to be transformed by it. I mean, poison has some really crazy effects on our body and our heart and our brain, right? And so does love. And they're obviously very different. But you almost get high from it and maybe get a little dizzy. Maybe sometimes you just like, when you're with that person and it is just like you melt and you expand at the same time, and there's never ever been this like feeling like love drunk. It's not being afraid to like jump in to this new beginning, especially because you've really taken some time to sit there and consider your options. And if you notice that you've either been lying to yourself or blocking what you really want, even though it's like being given to you or you're holding it in your hand, if you've noticed that you weren't appreciating what you had, this is a chance to get a new beginning again, but with more appreciation and more love and more value. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. And it'll be slow, but it'll be solid. So, to get grounded, just work on yourself. healing, recovery. Recovery is the main message, and while you're recovering and focusing on yourself, there's a lot happening underneath, under the radar. There is movement. There's movement towards you. Like your desires, your wishes, they're already there, so open your eyes. Okay, I'm gonna take her out now. Okay, bye.